called my dad on his birthday. He was at Disney World with someone else's kids.
It is the 50-Minute Morning Show podcast. Let's do it. Let's see. Who's in the house today? Froggy had to leave. I think he has diarrhea.
No, he does not.
Actually, it's not Froggy. It's Danielle that has diarrhea.
No, I don't. I do not. Deanna has diarrhea.
Oh, Deanna has diarrhea. Spin the wheel. Who has diarrhea? All right, so Froggy's not here. Froggy's not, but Scotty B is here.
Hi.
Let's see. A few days after showing his penis to the beautiful doctor's assistant.
Yes.
And there's Danielle, and there's Scotty sitting in my seat. Don't get comfy.
Not getting too comfortable. Not getting too comfortable.
Nate and Gandhi, and of course Garrett, and I think that's all. Is that it?
Yep. No.
And Diarrhea and Deanna's here too. So
If you're sitting in the pool and you feel something cool, diarrhea.
What?
Oh, there's the nursery, the rhymes when you were a kid.
That doesn't make sense, though. It's not cool. It's hot
pool's
diarrhea.
already cool.
If you're sliding into first and you feel something burst, diarrhea.
If you're walking up a ladder and you feel something splatter.
Diarrhea.
These were your childhood nursery rhymes?
But you wouldn't walk up a ladder.
If you're climbing up a ladder.
Also, you could have got hit with a water balloon.
okay, I think when we're overanalyzing diarrhea
What the fuck?
moments from our childhood, we move on.
It was a thing
So
we
we
did.
move on. So let's talk about Nate and his weekend excursion to Disney World with his parents. How much fun did you have?
I forgot how much fun it is. I forgot, and the great thing, my mom, who is 72, boy, she just turns into a kid again. I love going with my mom. My dad slowed down a little bit. He has arthritis, and he's not a huge fan of the rides anyway. So it was a great opportunity for like my mom and Heather and myself. We got on a bunch of rides. That Guardians ride. Oh my God. They're
Awesome.
not paying us to say this. It is one of the best roller coasters I've ever been on in my life. It was incredible.
I must assume in the roller coaster development business, you always have to be one-upping everything else that's out there at all times.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be the new biggest thing.
And Elvis, I was telling Nate about this. The Guardians ride is a great scam for them to get everybody to stay at that attraction forever, because there's a song that plays when you're riding on the roller coaster, and it switches every time you get on. So there's a chance you can get a new song every time you go on. Or for others, like our friends, they're like, oh, I heard the same song 4 times. But you're stuck on that ride because you want to hear a different song.
What song did they play when you were on, Nate?
Conga by Miami Sound Machine.
Oh, okay. That's
What
fun.
a great
hey,
song.
So talk about what it was like to get on the ride, though.
So-
There's more to it than just showing up.
Yeah, so to get on the ride, you have to join a virtual queue at 7 a.m. So
God.
at 7 a.m., you have to sign into your My Disney Experience app, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be in the virtual queue section, and you have to be ready to join the virtual queue. And as soon as you hit that button, you got to be ready to join like your boarding party or whatever, right? And so we were all signed up on my mom's password, and we were all there waiting at 7 a.m. I'm watching an atomic clock on my iPad. I'm like 5, 4, 3, and when I said hit now, everybody, my mom, my dad, Heather, we all hit it, and I get the screen that says, "Oops, something went wrong." But then my mom goes, "I got it!"
Okay, that's fun.
awesome.
And it was
Well,
such.
thank God. I know, but what about all the people that were dying to ride that ride this week or
See,
that weekend? Or they couldn't.
That's the thing. Like, we all were in that room, and, we were hoping that we would get on the ride because everybody was saying what a great ride
Right.
it was. And then when we got it, we were so excited, but I can only imagine being that family that didn't get on it. I'm like, that sucks, because then they don't have another chance for you to join the virtual queue until 1, and then that's it. Like, that's it. You're done. You're done for the day.
So this is another Disney ploy to get you to like book in advance, because if you book in advance, you could start booking out like almost 3 months before you go. So you could book that ride. So everybody that
really?
Yeah. So everybody that
Or you
had
book it that day.
well,
that day, yeah.
no. So if you pre-packaged, like if you pre-planned your vacation, you're allowed to book 30
really?
days in advance. So for those that are planning already going to Disney, like yours was kind of like a more of a whim, right?
No, my mom has this planned every year.
Right. So she could have technically, if she had it all planned out, like booked in advance, and that's how they get you too, because then there's that want and demand of like, oh,
Got it.
So
Then let's do it that way. Let's book ahead because I want to ride it. It sounds like a lot of fun.
It was so much fun. I mean, I can't even describe the feeling to be on that ride. It was such a great ride.
Is it more of a roller coaster?
It's a
or
roller
is it like
coaster.
a, oh, it is. Okay.
It's a roller coaster.
The four-person, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I can't even describe it. You got to try it. It was.
Well,
so
wait,
cool.
okay, move on, though. You did other things when you were at Disney.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what else did you do that was fun, other than drop your dad off at the infirmary?
Can somebody clarify? Because I thought that when you go to Germany, are you actually in Germany?
What?
At Epcot?
What?
You talking about at Epcot?
I think
No.
don't they own the soil or something?
What?
They do?
Oh,
That's
they do?
what I thought.
What? I never
I
heard
said
that.
this to my mom, and she goes, "You're full of crap."
You would need a passport then.
No, I thought.
Scotty.
You know how you go to like the foreign embassy? Like if you go to the U.S. embassy in Moscow, that's actually U.S. soil. Isn't that Germany? Or am I like
So-
totally full of shit here?
Full
So
of
that
shit.
means you could run. That means you could go to the Germany in Epcot and like denounce being an American and become a German.
That's what I thought. I'm like, I think we're actually in Germany, and my mom goes, "No, you're full of crap. This is just Epcot's Germany."
So
Like,
I can have dual citizenship?
I don't know. I thought.
I don't know. Find out. Why don't we
That's
Google that? Let's
so
find out more about it.
crazy.
I tried to Google
I
it. I
will-
didn't see anything about that.
Okay,
I
maybe
will tell you
will.
this. I love going to Mexico. I love going to France and Morocco.
Yep.
Canada is just so boring.
I am,
Oh,
oh
no.
my gosh, I'm so with you. Those three that you mentioned are my favorites, and then Canada. I'm just
Oh,
like,
come
eh,
on.
What do you buy? You
The
can't
Canada
even buy
360.
anything. In it.
You do
buy,
that 360 virtual experience where they play the video all around you.
You buy honey when you
Syrup.
go there. Like, what do you buy?
Poutine,
when you go
poutine.
inside?
They had shirts with moose on them.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Well,
all they have.
our
there.
point is this: Canada deserves a better attraction at Epcot.
I
Okay,
agree.
we've said it.
I agree.
Agreed.
Jeez, we're done.
Yeah.
Norway has the Anna and Elsa ride, which we weren't able to do because that was like a 75-minute wait.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. We did those the autoerotica
Animatronics.
Autoerotica.
Yeah.
Autoerotica.
No, the people that move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Did you go to the president, the Hall of Presidents? I know
I
that's
saw
so
Ben
cool.
Franklin and
It's
Mark Twain
awesome.
having a conversation.
It's crazy.
Ben
man.
Franklin was not a president. That's odd.
Well, he's talking to Mark Twain, and they're giving you the story
And
of
Mark
the
Twain
US.
was he a president?
He wasn't a
I wasn't
president
around
either.
then.
He's
You know
on the
what I
$2
mean.
bill.
Well, they give you the story of
He's,
the U.S.
he's my president.
Which I like until like I'm leaving it's the Hall of Presidents thing, and you leave and are like, well, that was just 30 minutes of propaganda.
Were they even alive at the same time?
No, they weren't.
They were not.
But they're having a conversation. That's
Hey,
the point, Scary.
I will tell you something. I think we talked about this a long time ago. If you go online, you can actually see a video of all the presidents without their heads on. All you see are like little eyeballs going back and forth and little metal jaws going.
That'd be horrifying.
Oh my God.
That'd be
No,
horrifying.
you should see them. Oh, President Taft. Wow. He's so ugly without a face.
So I was very fortunate growing up, going to Disney pretty much every year of my life. So by a teenager, I got bored. So my mom's like, all right, let's go on these tours. So I started going on all the behind the scenes tour. In Epcot itself, the big magic ball, there's like, as you go on that ride, there's this mist and it makes people cough. They go, that's the thing. You don't cough. People in their head think they have to cough because they see the mist, but it doesn't make you cough at all.
Oh, really?
A little more you know
Those
right
tours
there.
can also wreck you because we did like backstage
Right.
at Magic Kingdom, and you do see Mickey Mouse without a head, and it really fucked me up.
Yeah.
It did. And I was an
wouldn't wanna-
adult.
I wouldn't want to go backstage. This is like you guys trying to figure out the magic trick, like how you do a magic trick.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, you
want to
don't
know
see
the
that.
secret sauce. I
That's
just
the
want
thing. But that really says a lot about Disney. It's such a magical place. You don't want them to rip the
Right.
magic apart, right? Right, Danielle?
Yeah, but it is kind of cool, like if you get to do any of the behind the scenes stuff and see like where they grow their own plants, and like if one plant dies, if they have all those plants, they grow them themselves. They just run back, get it, replace it overnight. You'd never know the difference. It's just amazing how they do these things.
And they have their own post office. Did you
Yeah.
know that?
Really?
Yep.
Huh?
Scotty, you're the biggest nerd.
I
It's all about
had
$2
a
bills and post offices for you.
I had to mail a letter from Main Street. They have their own post office. It's their own postmark with Mickey on it, and they have their own stamps there too. It's their whole own. I mean, it's
All
part of the
right.
U.S. Postal Service, but it's their own post office.
But
That's cool.
They're their own city, though, right? Disney is its own city
they have their
within
own fire department.
They have their own
Orlando.
they don't have their own police department.
Because
though.
I mean, without getting political, that was the whole thing. Where if Disney had to become a part of the state, they then would have to go to town meetings and say, "Hey, we would like approval for the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride," and that's how they're allowed to build all those things so quickly because they're their own, like I guess not government, but something of that.
The attention to detail, though, on everything is
course.
just. And then we have somebody like Gandhi who's never even been.
Let's talk about that. Gandhi.
Yeah,
Gandhi,
I
by the
didn't
way,
have the
you're sort of-
privileged childhood Garrett did.
So Gandhi, how do we get you to go to Disney? I will take you.
Okay, I would happily go to Disney at any time. However, the way everybody talks about it, it seems like it's not as magical as they say. If I have to plan shit on an app at 7 a.m. and get in a virtual queue,
Gandhi,
Yes.
Gandhi,
Yes.
go with me.
I
Yeah,
would happily go.
Yeah, if you go with Elvis, he pays for the good tour,
So-
and then
Yeah.
you got no problem.
I didn't say that.
It's true because I do the same thing. I save up all year and I pay so that we do the tour. We do it one day, and this way, the rest of the time I'm there, I don't feel as stressed out about getting on everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
It
you
seems-
gotta, yeah.
I mean, it seems really cool. I would love to go to Disney. Everybody in this room is obsessed with it. Everyone who has ever gone is obsessed with it. I really haven't ever heard any bad reviews about it. It's just fascinating to me how much people are like, it's the most magical place in the world. But also, it's $50,000 for a hamburger. But it's great. Love it.
It
It is very expensive.
Well, you got to pay for magic, baby.
Yeah, I
pay it
guess
up.
so.
So I'm wondering then, I mean, I haven't been in like 13 years. What has changed? How has Disney
Oh,
changed
everything.
in the last decade?
Everything.
Everything.
Can't just walk in
Yeah,
No.
that's true.
What?
You can't
and
just
hope to
walk.
go on stuff. Doesn't work like that
Wow.
anymore.
So maybe I need a reboot on that
Some
too.
Yeah.
parks are sold out like way in advance that you have to, but
The
there
cool
are
thing
some
about Disney-
originals that are there.
That's the
still.
thing.
Tiki-
Exactly, Danielle. There's a lot of old stuff there,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of new stuff
Yeah.
too. So you can go old school or new school.
Like Tiki Room is still there. Carousel of
The
Past
stuff
is
I
still
remember,
Small World.
there. Dumbo is still,
Yeah.
all
I
those-
want to try the new shit. I haven't been on Soarin' either.
Oh, that's amazing.
Soren is fantastic.
Wow.
Soren's fantastic.
They've changed that already.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, is it Project Space? Is that the one at Epcot that made people are having to go to the hospital when they first opened
Have
it
to
years and
throw
years
Mission
ago?
Space. Mission Space.
Mission Space. Oh yeah, no. I mean the centrifugal force or whatever the force is at work. I mean it was making people go into seizures and go to the hospital.
Well, yeah, they have
I
vomit
heard.
bags. Yeah, they have vomit
Yeah.
bags on the ride.
Yeah.
But now they have you can go left or right. Left is more intense. If you go right, they have the less intense. The less intense is not even worth the time at Epcot. But it's good. That feeling, Gandhi, talk about feeling high as hell.
Oh, I would love to do it. I mean, it sounds really cool. I love Disney movies. Disney seems like a great time. I just never got like that oomph to go on my own and book it on my own with my friends.
Once you go, you'll get it.
You
I
get it.
believe it. I
Yeah.
have all of my adult friends love Disney and they swear by it. You want to know something fucked up? So my parents never took us as kids. Whatever, fine. Then one day I called my dad on his birthday. He was at Disney World with someone else's kids.
That's awesome.
Dad,
So damaging.
so
Dad.
damaging. I said, "You're at Disney World on your birthday? With whom? With their kids?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I'll never forgive him. I'm just kidding. I'm over it.
Wow.
But still, it was fun.
You'll love it.
You just
love it.
gotta
And
go
I-
with the mentality where you know it's gonna be packed, you know it's gonna be crazy. You just gotta walk around and enjoy. It's just enjoying the ambiance. Sometimes you don't even have to go on the rides. Sometimes you just have to be there to be part of
Yeah.
it. Honestly,
The
I could
only
go to
thing
do it for the
that-
day without doing that.
Well, you know what? Yeah, but the only thing that pisses me off about Disney is kids, little fucking kids.
Seriously. Do they have adult days, like adults only?
No.
Oh.
No,
That would be
there's-
awesome.
No.
No, it's all strollers, little fucking kids.
I would sign up for that in a heartbeat.
You guys are
Adults
so
only.
mean.
Trying to see Mickey Mouse.
We
Get out
are
of my way,
mean.
kid.
So mean.
I'm kidding, but you know what? There's a certain age of a kid that shouldn't be there.
Well, I think
They're
a lot
too
of,
young.
I
Yes.
think a lot of parents, yeah. I mean, if your kid really can't understand it and can't really enjoy it,
Why
that's
are
a
they
lot
there?
of money
Yeah.
to spend on that because they're not going to remember it.
I would pay double to do Disney after dark, and I ride
Well,
the
that's
roller
what they
coaster
do.
at 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's how they get you again. You stay on property. You can
Yep.
do magical hours where when the park
Oh,
closes
yeah,
at 10 o'clock, for all those people that are staying on property can stay behind closed doors
Those
for
are the
2
best.
hours.
That's when I
There
do
you
the
go.
girl stuff because my kids, they're boys and whatever. So I will do all the girl stuff, Disney magic hours. I leave the hotel, go by myself, and do all the girly stuff. It's so
Wait,
fun.
what's the girly? What's the girl stuff?
like
Shopping?
all the, like the Little
What?
Mermaid ride that they don't want to go on and go meet Belle.
Oh, I get it.
You know, at her.
I'm gonna hang
story
out with the
time.
guys.
Yeah.
Danielle goes to Bippity Boppity Boutique.
Yeah, go by myself, get all sprinkled or what is it?
Sparkled?
Sparkled up, glittered up,
Sprinkled and sparkled.
Tinkerbelled up,
Hey.
you know.
Oh, I did that. I loved it. Hey, we got to go. So we have a date, Gandhi.
All right.
We got to get,
I'm
get it on the
coming
calendar.
too. I'm coming.
I'm
I'm
inviting
there.
All right.
myself.
Crashing
The
the
three of
party.
us. Nah, you already went, Nate. Fuck you.
I'm in.
We got to get out of here. Goodbye.
Bye.